Okay. Come on, work for me. Or not. Sorry, YouTube, I didn't want you to work anyway. That's why I chose you as my platform. Because I'm like, you know what? I like inconsistency. Same reason why I still have Comcast. With their above average customer service. Okay, let's wrap up this story finally. I mean it this time. We're gonna blow through the rest of the game. Should be pretty easy.
Here.
Alright, try to knock out some buffs real fast.
Quiet.
Oh,
All this waiting for
My skills are getting rusty.
Proudus awaits us.
state your desire.
Let's move already.
Alright, you can cast that on yourself. And we have see invisibility.
Sorry, was lost in thought.
We don't have any other long-lasting buffs, but we can knock out, I guess, freedom of movement.
I won't let you down.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Okay.
You can count on me.
Go ahead and cast that. What else do we have? That's gonna throw this down. It doesn't stack with Oh, I think it stacks. What is it? Yeah, morale bonus. Where this gives you... Yeah, morale bonus. Okay.
Yes, I'm still here.
Ready.
Really don't need to focus on buffs too much here. That's gonna be a bunch of trash mobs we have to fight through. So not the biggest deal.
Dining, the festivals. Place barely
I'm really sad about my wyverns though. Can't believe Canera took them with her. That's stupid. Oh well, you live and you learn, right? Hey, Jod's still here. I forgot to put protection from arrows up. We'll get there.
Your Highness, I beg to differ. The city is flooded with hostile First World creatures, and your allies are scattered. It all happened within minutes. We entered the gate and the ground split open. Some went up, some down, and all somehow in complete silence. There's almost no communication between the islands, so our forces are separated and uncoordinated. But we fight as best we can. Also,
You must be watched. See what happens when you're not looked after?
You're not a shadow from the cup.
I'm impressed with your sharp eyes and deep knowledge. Though you are not the first mortal to surprise me. And not the first to die by my sword.
Oh, that's...
For the pleasure of the true king, the Lantern King.
That's interesting. So he's the same one, he appears normally as Waren Dagar if Jod survives. So if he doesn't have someone to impersonate, he appears as himself and helps you fight in this location. You can still call him out and fight him, but that's interesting.
Consider me provoked.
Again, not that he's very tough, but
No one stands in my way.
you know what?
What's the holdup?
I'm a little disappointed that so I don't think he has mirror image, does he?
My word.
He doesn't. It's a pretty important spell.
What's new?
But also protection from arrows is a very important spell. Did I ever put this on? Yeah, we have stone skin on. What's up, Jupes? Welcome to the end of Don Don's story. With me. Bring it, Don. Or bring it, Don Don.
I won't be halted.
Discovered something new, that Wear and Dagar guy impersonates whichever your advisors dies during the season of bloom. So I've always managed to save them in the past, so this time he didn't have, or yeah, this time he actually had someone to impersonate, unlike the previous times. So that was interesting. Actually, let's try and cast this first. Try to stop these guys from getting my back line, because they've surrounded us. Like that. Exactly why I was worried about it.
Against me.
Not that I had to reload there. Don't know why I have plenty of resurrect scrolls and stuff. Oh well.
I won't be halted.
So I'm gonna send Jathal ahead this time. Well, we just have to come down here.
We do
The
it.
reloading might be faster than trying to resurrect.
Repent.
Unworthy. Consider hooked.
I get that. I know that some people get burned out. It helps, again, the reason why I can't talk. Jeez, 1 second. Let me compose myself. One of the major reasons why I don't get burned out in games is because, again, I limit myself to about half an hour a day. Obviously, except for when I stream. That's why I also don't stream every day.
Onwards.
It keeps me in a rhythm. It definitely prevents me from ever getting burned out.
Do it the hard way.
So magic missiles, and not, even when quickened and heightened, not that great. That's a level 1 spell, so I guess it shouldn't be anyway. So who am I to judge? Oh, Bartholomew.
Out of my way.
Welcome to the fight, buddy. He's still confused, that's fine. See if we can get a heal over here on him. Keep him in the fight. Gotta heal a little faster there, buddy. Okay. A little annoyed by that.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
I'm just gonna reload because it's faster. If I resurrect, I lose all my buffs, and that's not cool.
I won't be halted.
Oh crap, I didn't realize I haven't saved. Never mind. It's not faster if I don't save.
I'm losing my temper.
Still mad about my wyverns. I'm pretty stuck on that. You should get her stuff back when she leaves.
Do it.
Because you obviously, as king, wouldn't let her leave with all of your belongings like that. I know one in their right mind would.
The undead is such a frivolous term.
So
I prefer immortal, eternal, everlasting.
I throw a prismatic spray over there. I don't use that spell nearly enough.
A clever ploy.
That still doesn't look like it did anything. Octavia, you need to get back, girl. Alright, there we go.
What's the holdup? Onwards, together.
Leave this one to me.
Again, we'll throw out some skelly boys here.
You cannot stand against me.
He's immediately confused, that's fine.
Onward.
Some Jthal back here to try and save my back line. So I'm gonna try and get a heal on him if I can. There we go. She's still in trouble. Maybe she can save herself. What happened to Jthal? What are you doing over here, Jthal? You're back here defending the front or back line and you just ran off? That's frustrating. She's like, ah, screw it. You know what? I want to do my job.
Yes, I'm still here.
Share your will.
Tashani Savitor. Tashani Savitor. Tashani Savitor.
Alright, let's wait for Tartuk here to come back too. Man. Alright, so there's probably something down here to grab. Probably an ambush to fight through. Wait, I thought there was a...
Battle.
Man, it's hard to say dinner. So I'm a little, full?
Who will prevail? Does it
Actually, let's focus on the guy that's behind us first.
my way?
Go ahead and cast this on this guy. Alright, there it is, level 20. Finally. 31 strength. I guess increased damage reduction is the way to go there. I guess Crusader's Edge, I don't know what else I would use there. Yeah, I guess Umbral Strike would be fine. Or is it Dictum that's a counter to... Well, I can't use any of those because I have such a collection of different alignments in my party. Alright, 25 strength. Alright, Power Word Kill, I guess we can grab, probably won't use it, and Clashing Rocks or Tsunami. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't think I've ever used that spell, so pretty excited about it. What does he get right here? Grand Discovery. Sure, Grand Mutagen works for me. And Dexterity. The Intelligence is probably the way to go there. Alright, so Awakened Intellect. Alchemist constant exposure to strange chemicals. His intelligence score permanently increases by 2 points. Alchemist Flesh responds to damage with shocking speed. He gains Fast Healing 5. And True Mutagen, +8 natural armor and +8 alchemical bonus to strength, dexterity, and constitution. I mean, the Fast Healing sounds really good, but also the Awakened Intellect. That's a tough one. He shouldn't be taking damage, so I'm going to go with the Intellect. Anyway. See, he really just shouldn't take damage. He's on the back line. Should be tucked away somewhere nice and safe. Gotta wait for him to finish being confused. It's a quick save. Alright, and back to normal, buddy. Let's get out of here. I think it's down here we have to go. What's my attack rating? 37 on the first one. Not bad.
This is for you.
Alright, we're gonna throw Jathal. Actually, you know what? We'll throw myself to the wolves back here. What is he casting? Let's change what he's casting to that.
Die already.
And I'm stuck. Get out of the way, Jubilost.
Will they ever learn?
I'll fight if I have
Yeah, the downside to legendary proportions, obviously, is the size of it. But that's also the advantage.
You can't stop me.
To the dust
Despicable.
you will go.
Let's throw one of these back here. Maybe throw out a slow after that. Who knows? Alright, Harem, you go ahead and heal yourself real fast. Don't want you going down for no good reason.
And will be.
Alright, I'm actually going to... no, this is fine. Probably risk throwing out a slow, though. I think I'd rather have him just charge back here, if he can. I'll stop them from getting free shots in on us for no good reason. Alright, another heal. I'm really glad the Cloud Kill went the way that it did. It just floated right into their ranks, which is very welcome. He's confused. He just gets confused every time. It's going to be a little tedious. I'm going to wait for him to, was he not confused? Perfect. He keeps getting confused, like, right away. Which is, a little annoying. Can I not heal this guy?
We do it
Or is he going to turn into a, wild hunt when we run past him?
I'm not afraid.
Okay, not afraid, that's fine. Might be afraid to be cautious. And she's dead. Whatever, almost at a resting point, I think. So it's not a big deal.
Your life ebbs low.
I'm getting killed here.
He's gonna die as well. Again, we're almost at a resting point, so whatever. We'll resurrect them and move on with our lives. And also this area. Let's see, Scrolls of Resurrect, or yeah, Scroll of Resurrection, and should have another one somewhere. Let's raise dead. Resurrect, where are you at?
Patience.
I'll have to delete some saves real quick. Game's starting to slow down pretty significantly, so... Get rid of some of these and hope that it, shouldn't need that one again.
All this waiting.
Alright, there's no way that I'm clicking on my character all the way over here.
You have my attention.
Alright, I'm okay with burning through some resources here. We're almost at the first rest area, so...
Ask.
I'm losing my
State
temper.
desires.
So,
Where
any brilliant
is-
ideas?
Or is this the first rest area? No, the warehouse is the rest area.
Out of my way!
Alright, let's get all of you back then, since y'all want to just stand here like a bunch of ding-dongs. Is he confused already? Jeez Louise. Oh, he doesn't have blind fight. So we need to give him at least freedom of movement, if nothing else. A dart +5? What a treat. Yes, I guess that is one weak side of Tartuk. Well, obviously, because you can't level him up yourself, so he's... not going to be as good as he could be. But it's cool to have him.
I must prove my worth.
Even if he is confused for the entire last segment of the game.
Yes, I'm still here. What oh, who will prevail? Does it matter?
Oh, hang in there, Harem.
And we'll be
I don't think we have a regular heal for you, do we? No, we burned through all of them. Can you cast the AoE heal? Nope, you're down. Oh, Octavia, you dense caster.
I'll fight if I have to. Go on.
Lost. I won't be halted.
Arsonist Sling Staff. Huh. Okay. I mean, it's a little late in the game to be getting something like that, but...
Head on!
I guess it's never too late to get loot. But I don't think you have a chance to even sell it at this point. I think there's a merchant in the warehouse.
Battles await.
Well, it's Sana. Okay, yeah, let's try that. Oh wait, is Nerissa gonna get mad if I sacrifice Avendra?
Scared? You should be.
Alright, so this part's usually a general pain in the butt.
Advance.
I'm gonna try and get off some decent spells with him before he goes down, but I doubt it's gonna happen. So maybe just throwing out a haste as his only action might be the way to go.
A clever ploy. Ha! Primitives. Yes. Will they ever learn?
Well, that works for me. Actually, that'd be really good here. That would be.
Leave this one to me.
So I'm pretty sure they just keep spawning in over and over and over again. It's a pretty nasty area to fight. Alright, don't know if he's gonna make it. Let's see if I can get another heal on him. That's a little rough. That's fine. We're most of the healing or the resting point, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
All my knowledge, all my genius lost.
Alright, let's resurrect our main character.
The end draws near.
If I can find it. I should probably only need Ray's dead here. Since we're about to rest anyway. Unless they spawn after I pick this up, I don't remember if they do. I don't think that they do.
We do it my way.
Let's quick save beforehand just in case, because we do have some scrolls we can use if I need to heal up. The storyteller, yeah, should come in.
No one stands in my way.
Can I not talk to him? Am I bugged out? Or is it because I'm under the effect of Stinking Cloud? I mean, worst comes to worst, I can't romance Nerissa. Alright, let me do something real quick before I go any further. Alright, let me save. I'm gonna load this one. Let me save real quick here. Actually, I should probably quick save here. So I'm gonna load this one. Let's make a new save for it. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Someone let me reload, and if sacrificing Avenger cancels that romance, I'll just go back and redo it. Not that much of the game left anyway. The longest part of the game left is the epilogue. So. Romance, insurance. Save. I think I already agreed to it here. Maybe I need to go to the one before that one. So the Ruined Tavern. Maybe I should load back here just to be safe. Then I haven't sacrificed her yet. I'm gonna have a third save just to be on the safe side, because I've committed a whole playthrough to romancing Nerissa. I can't risk jeopardizing it now. So we'll have 2 backup saves. Romance. Ooh, buy insurance. Buy insurance. Like twice the insurance. Alright, then back to here. I know time's running out, big guy, but we're tired. But that'll let me. You got anything to say? So I wonder what the buff is for sacrificing Avendra. Okay, cool. We can also warn her, so this works out. So I'll just save this one, because this looks like you can make the decision here without having to fight through the warehouse again, which is exactly what I want. But where is Avendra? Or where's Sana? she in here? I would hate to get all the way to the end and find out that I couldn't, So are we already in combat? Hope not.
No one stands in my way.
What's new?
Nope. Why is that right there?
Here!
Well, sorry, was lost in
this together.
I'm losing my temper.
Share your rules. Ona Ariana! Lisano Shaniu.
Amrata Gratior. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi
Ready and willing.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona
Outdoor
Adayana.
adventures are good for skin and body shape, but they just ruin the hair.
My skills are getting rusty.
Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
Ask.
Okay.
You
It's
can
most of
count on
them.
me.
Legendary proportions, and then we should be ready to rock and roll once again. Hey, welcome Hector. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing great. How are you doing? I had a fantastic dinner, which I'm still feeling the effects of, but it was it's really good. I surprised myself with how... Oh, geez Louise. Good job, Vorticai. I'm pretty sure my guard doesn't one-shot those guys. You have to fight that group of enemies. Oh, that's really cool. So is he just gonna kill everything for me? Do I actually have to help? So I'm all about that. Glad he's on my team.
To attack us?
Are we getting ambushed?
Out of my way!
Alright.
So fragile.
Okay, let's do that. Let's keep her on that for now. We're about to finish the game, which is also exciting. So that's always a bonus to a day anyway. Alright. A good way to end the day. This is what I'm trying to say.
Consider provoked.
Your life ebbs low.
It's like a dead end. Let's go that way. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
I won't be halted.
Alright, let's see what this gets me. My Blessing of the Mostu, it's permanent. Gain a Lamastri's Benediction, a +2 natural armor bonus, and a +4 to Constitution. But does that actually appear? It does. What was the other upgrade? Is it separate from Barkskin? It is. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. So you still confused, buddy? You need to fix yourself up. Well, I know that I see the accent mark, but I also don't want to try. I don't want to try an accent and then fail at it, you know. But if I go with the standard American pronunciation, can't go wrong. Can't blame me for that. Do you get a different bonus if you don't keep the goblins alive, or can you just not get the blessing at all? Because you get this blessing, but you also get that other blessing from the cultists. Lamashtu's boon. You get a lot of stuff from Lamashtu. She's definitely the most active god in this game. Yeah. Actually, that might make sense that you can't pick her, because otherwise you'd have access to all these boons anyway, right? So having her as more of a narrative goddess and not someone you can directly interact with. Because if you pick Lamashtu as your goddess, and then you went and got all this stuff through Tsana, unless, I guess you could make the excuse that you weren't, like, a priestess. Unless you were a cleric, but, I don't know. There's a way there that it makes sense, I think. Because otherwise you'd be able to get the boons yourself, you would need Sana. Did they add any other gods you could pick besides Lamashtu? I'm glad, Hector. Yeah, I don't mean to offend if I mispronounce someone's name. But it's better than you know, butchering an accent and sounding more offensive otherwise. Yeah, that makes sense. Because if you're a cleric of Lamashtu, you could just ask her, like, hey, you doing this? And she'd be like, nah. Oh no. Run away! Okay, that's fair, Jupes. I'm actually gonna have him run back and have Juby here heal him. Keep him in the fight a little longer. Tartuk, can you get... Oh, you're confused again. Of course you are.
A clever dog.
I thought Armag popped up right here. Oh, there he is. I know he's around here somewhere. Yeah, the Madness Domain is the one that gives you that aura that boss in the Tenebrous Depths uses, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. Alright, don't keep chasing him because we're gonna get caught up in another fight that I don't want to be in yet. Of course, he's gonna keep running because he's confused. What a nuisance. Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. So I'm not that worried about offending somebody, because again, I can only read what I know, so. Bits. But I do try to be respectful. Like, if you correct me, I'll try to correct it, but again, I can only say what I know. So I'm not worried about offending anybody. I mean, if you get offended because I mispronounce your name, you gotta toughen up a bit, in my opinion. That's where the greater owlbear was at. Alright, let's hope sacrificing Avengera doesn't ruin the romance. So I really don't want to have to redo this. How do I get up here? I think I have the dimension door up there.
Request.
But yeah, I think the only time someone should get offended over like their name being mispronounced is if they try to correct you and you don't adhere to that. Other than that, whatever. I mean, but even then. I mean, granted, my name is very common, so it'd be really hard for people to mispronounce it. So I guess I never had to experience it, but even then, it's just a name. Like, I'm not one of those people, like, obsessed over my name. You know, my name isn't my identity, you know? Well, it is, but it's not. Like, you better respect my name, or whatever. My family built this country. It didn't, but, you know, there are people like that. Like, I feel like you can't give a lot of, you can't obsess over your name like that, because you didn't pick your name. You know, your name was, you're born into it, most likely. I mean, you can legally change your name or whatever. And, yeah, I know there's exceptions, but... It's like people that, like, I don't understand. I don't get the whole high school, like...
Out of my way!
Not loyalty, like the school spirit stuff, because, again, most likely you didn't pick your school until you go to college. More often than not. Either your parents picked it, or it's just where you were, you know, the district you were in. Like, why would I...
Wretched things.
Why would I care? I guess the people that think that you have to have school spirit. I get selecting to have school spirit because you do like your school. But like, it's like, oh, you go here, you better like it. Like, why? Why do I have to like it? My barbarian might be in trouble here. You guys still struggling to finish these guys off? I need to hurry up.
This is not the end.
Did he get that boss?
This is for you.
Whoopsies.
This body holds no more.
But yeah, I guess what I'm getting at, voluntary spirit is fine, but obligated spirit is dumb. There we go. Very concise way of saying it compared to how I was saying it earlier.
Speak.
Grotus awaits us.
State your desire.
Hashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Hashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Hashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Hashani Savitur.
I'm assuming it's Spanish, right?
How curious.
So I actually took 3 years. Well, I'd say I took 3 years of Spanish because I officially took 3 years of Spanish, but the third year wasn't so much learning Spanish as coloring between the lines. The teacher didn't teach us anything.
I won't be halted.
Now, with the whole family pride thing, I will say that I do have a little pride in my family. Less because I care about the family name, but because I do respect the people that are associated with it. Because most of my family are good people. But it's not because of their name. But most people can associate my name with, you know, good people. And that's something to be proud of. But not the name itself.
Die!
What's the
I
hold up?
deserved better, or so I thought. Leave this one to me.
Here.
Let's move already.
Make this quick.
Out of my way!
Oh, hey, Mordecai. Glad you showed up in time. Yeah, it's even presidential. And actually, my name means leader of the people in Gaelic.
Head on!
Or ruler of the world, depending on like which literal translation you're going after. And it's a pretty cool name. It was a name given to, shoot. Princes, Gaelic princes, there was, shoot, what's the name of the civilization? I'm drawing a blank. There's a couple of princes in a certain... One second, it's gonna bother me till I remember. I used to have this memorized. Dalriata was one of them. I guess it's not important. There's a lot of them. Yeah, that too. Some do call me the Don.
We do it my way.
Yeah, it's a good name. I mean, it's been a little comedicized thanks to a certain Disney character, and also a certain restaurant. But yeah, it's a good name. It's got a lot of history behind it. And I'm named after a pretty cool guy. It's my dad. Yeah, sure. Well, tell me why. So I don't actually know the why, I just know that it did, and it was a name given to royalty
I'll fight if I have
back
to.
in the day.
Dispatch them.
Alright, I don't think I'm gonna make it here. I'm gonna try. Yep, nope. Yeah, so Tartuk I think is a bad idea to have here because of how easily he gets confused. Which is a real shame. Because he's a cool companion to bring along with you, but...
Yes, I'm still here.
I think Raise the Dead is still better here because of, I still have to use heal on Octavia. So I get more bang for my buck if I use Raise the Dead.
Was lost in thought.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
That makes sense. Actually, I'm taking Latin currently in college. Though I should have taken Spanish because I remember more Spanish than I thought I did. And it'd be easier than taking Latin.
Onwards!
It'd be an easy A. Well, either or, right?
You follow.
Despicable.
That's all up to the person interpreting the name, Boggart.
Advance.
Run them through!
Well, do you love horses? Are you living up to your namesake? Don't disappoint your ancestors, I am supreme.
Be halted.
That's a pretty good joke, Boggart. It's a good history joke. For those of you who don't know, Catherine the Great was slanderized oftentimes by her rivals in Russia, and her loving horses intimately was one of those rumors. Oh, I Am Supreme has had better, I guess. Oh no, killing my own teammates. Of course, everybody's burgled or whatever, confused for a few seconds. I might still have it, we'll see. But yeah, I never made the correlation between Dominus and Donald. So I've never, besides romance languages, I haven't really connected. That door caught me off guard. Just flew through the middle of the battlefield. Yeah, besides the romance languages, I haven't really made a lot of connections between languages. So that's cool. I guess I should look up more of the etymology behind my name. I may have known that at one time, because I knew a guy named, well, we called him Hector, not Hector. Sorry, I have a hard time rolling my tongue sometimes. Sometimes it just rolls off the tongue, sometimes it doesn't. But again, I don't want to butcher the pronunciation.
We do it my way.
Alright, let's resurrect what's-his-face. So I probably just have a resurrect available, don't I? Thought I grabbed some for this. Yeah, they were probably just rumors. I mean, some of it, I mean, a lot of it would be just be hard to verify, you know? But if you look at the climate at the time of, like, the country and those who actually wanted Catherine in charge, yeah, you can connect the dots. I mean, that's what history is. History is reading between the lines between primary sources.
No one stands in my way.
So it's possible we get a lot of it wrong.
You require my assistance?
There's a lot of history, a lot of works have just been lost over time, and then you have to take other primary sources from that period if you can. It's like if you look at all the works surrounding Alexander the Great, all the original works from his actual, like, generals and advisors, historians, they were all lost. So Arian of Nicomedia, I said Nicodemia, back when the works still existed, he put them all together into one big work called the Anabasis of Alexander the Great.
Become dust.
Which is now the primary source for it, but it's not a primary source, it's a secondary source.
Let's hear you.
Protect me now.
Yeah, that's why you always have to take history with a grain of salt, but try to decipher the truth from, again, primary sources, because that's all we got. I mean, nowadays, we're doing a lot better with history, of course, because everyone has access to all the information they need on the internet. And history is obviously cataloged a lot better now than it was back then. Oftentimes. Yeah, and honestly, that's... I mean, at some point you do have to settle. But that's why people are still looking into and researching all these older periods, because we might have gotten it wrong. That's why we'll always need historians. I didn't know how she was found dead. Yeah, I mean, the Spanish Inquisition, I think, is mostly made fun of because of a certain skit. But yeah, there is much worse periods in history. That happens with a lot of periods in history.
Onwards.
You cannot stand against me.
Yeah, remember when Abe Lincoln said that? Yeah, I actually had to correct my mother the other day. She did ask me if a quote was correct or not that she saw on Facebook. And it was correct, but it's only a part of a quote by Abraham Lincoln. But it was a quote he had written down in a letter. And like, what made me mad was the fact that someone had put together this thing. It had a quote from Robert E. Lee and then from Abraham Lincoln. And it's like the quotes they won't show you in school or whatever. I'm like, like they're taking the quote out of context in the first place, so I don't know. It frustrates me. People trying to manipulate history, and again, being very selective. Like, I get it. I said I don't get it. Like, you can't just take a sentence out of an entire paragraph and be like, alright, here's the quote. Yeah, and that's, people get, again, a lot of people get their news from, like, social media and stuff. They don't check up on it. Because, like, the quote that I'm talking about, so someone, again, had shown a picture of Robert E. Lee and Abraham Lincoln, and they had posted a quote from each one of them making Robert E. Lee look better and Abraham Lincoln look worse. The quote was from Abraham Lincoln, him saying, "If I could save the Union without ending slavery, I would." Okay, well, let's look at all the sentences around that sentence, because he did say that, but he also said if he could save the Union by ending slavery, he would. And if he could save the Union by saving some slaves and not bothering others, he would. Like, the whole emphasis of that paragraph, because that's only 3 sentences out of like 15 sentences in this paragraph. He only said, he was just emphasizing his desire to save the Union. It wasn't saying that, because he was against slavery. He'd given several speeches by that point, before he was president, that he was against slavery. He was for the abolishment of slavery. And, it's like, I don't know, trying to take that quote of context. Again, there's a whole paragraph there. He's literally using that sentence to emphasize his point that he would do whatever it took to save the Union. And that's it. That's all it was. Oh yeah, I love ancient medieval history. I mean, I much prefer ancient history. Personally, I can't stand American history. Or U.S. history, which is the emphasis in the United States. But I think that's why I don't like it, because it's been shoved down my throat every year for every year I've gone to school. It's just boring at this point. But oh yeah, absolutely. And again, because racists want to use Abraham Lincoln as like their figurehead, like, oh, he ended slavery or whatever, so it's okay that we're racist or whatever the heck. I don't know. What a horrible. Ugh. But yeah, I mean, everybody does that, and then the people that buy it are the people that aren't willing to do their own research. It's just it's being content and lazy. But you know what? I am glad that at least I was asked, like, hey, is this true? And I was able to, you know, correct the misinformation.
I lead, you follow.
So, always make sure you have a historian in your circle of friends or family so that you can verify information. Yeah, but some of the political memes are pretty funny. But yeah, they're very generalized. You can't use history memes as a source of information, but people do. Yeah, there's a lot of history there, and actually my college is currently trying to push for a Native American history course, because we don't have one. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, well, that's the same with a lot of places. I wouldn't say all of them, because I know some countries do a really good job of emphasizing the history they've done wrong. But it seems like the United States, we've cut out a lot of history from our courses, from what I understand. Because again, there are people in my classes that don't know anything about like the Trail of Tears and like other atrocities committed by the United States, especially against the natives of the United States, of, you know, North America. So that's all good, Sith Morak. It's true, yeah. We definitely established one of the stronger well, sorry, the Magna Carta is actually who we should be thanking. Or the document we should be thanking, but yeah. And also all those unemployed philosophers during the Enlightenment. They were a huge help as well. And yeah, that's And that's why I do like the United States, like what we're supposed to represent, but yeah, we're falling out of the running here. Alright, he should let me rest again. Yeah, but I mean, you're getting technical, Vigo. But yeah, you are correct. But there were people that had their stakes in North America before the United States came along. And that's who I'm talking about.
We do it my way.
Well, I mean, that's how the United States used to be too, Boggart. We used to have only wealthy landowners, or just white landowners, could vote. So it wasn't much different than Greece and their democracy. But California's a nice place. I lived there for a few years.
My temper.
New.
I will write
So,
my
any brilliant ideas?
Battles await.
Speak.
Alright, we're going to throw out every buff that we can think of for the upcoming final confrontation.
I won't let
We're almost
you
there,
down.
guys. Don Don's story is almost at an end.
Yes?
State your desire.
Well,
Again, every buff I can think of is going to get thrown out here. We'll save the alignment ones for last.
Ready and willing.
What manner of country is this? Where is the lavish dining festivals? Place barely merits a footnote in my compendium.
You can count on me.
all this waiting
Request.
bores me.
Did I cast one of these? I don't remember if I cast that or not. I did.
Yes, I'm still here.
You have my attention.
We'll go ahead and throw Death Ward on everybody.
Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
The end draws near.
Adayana.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Aborane Sentes. Aborane Sentes. Aborane Sentes. Aborane Sentes.
Ask.
Patience.
Ona Adayana. Aborane Sentes. Amranda Gratio. Unimosi Travisi. Amranda Gratio. Amranda Gratio. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Aborane Sentes. Aborane Sentes.
You require my assistance?
Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi.
What's the holdup?
So, any brilliant ideas?
I will see this to the end.
Alright, I think that's everything that I need for now. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat because I had a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, that didn't happen in the United States. It took women far too long to start getting a vote. Yeah, and that's true. People like to hate. That's the thing that's the thing about what's the word I'm looking for? People just like to hate. There's a word for it. And they like to direct their hate towards something because it makes them feel better about themselves. There's a word for that. I don't remember what it is. And yeah, like we had to start somewhere, so yeah, we all started from insignificance to where we are now. Actually, they found out recently there is bacteria that survives on, I think, asteroids in space, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a few years ago. I didn't verify the source, I don't remember where I saw it, but I remember seeing something about that. All alien and all heading towards entropy. Yeah, well, that's the same thing with remembering your history, Hector. Like, remember your history, lest you repeat it. Yeah, cosmologically. Which is insane to think about. People get so caught up in like their personal lives and stuff, and I'm sitting here thinking about space and how massive it is. Not that we shouldn't be concerned about ourselves, but I mean, look at the scale of everything around us. How can you be so caught up in like the life of a celebrity when we don't know if the universe ends or not, you know? You're right, Sith Morak. I was teaching my dog about that the other day. See, that's the thing I have against... Because the whole argument for statues here in the US is, you're tearing down our history. It depends on the statue. There's a lot of statues that are being argued about right now that were put up out of spite, with money given to the South during Reconstruction. They didn't put it up to celebrate history. They put it up to spite the North and to represent white supremacy, which is wrong. You can't defend that. Like they were put up during Reconstruction and the Jim Crow era as an act of defiance to the North, and they used the money that was given to them for Reconstruction because once the Civil War was over and the government gave the South money for Reconstruction, it was a hands-off thing. Like, you know, do whatever you want with it, which is really stupid. But that's what they did.
That creature, that power. I know it. I see it. Rise, my unfortunate jester. So it's said. Your performance is not over yet. And so I did.
That's the thing. I don't think the statues should be destroyed, but they should be consolidated into museums dedicated to that part of history. Because that's how Germany did it. Germany, they eradicated basically anything that represented the Nazi regime, but they consolidated it into museums so they don't forget. And that's what I think we should do. The statues don't need to be put out in public in like, you know, the town square, because statues are erected for celebration and commemoration. And you shouldn't be celebrating, for one, traitors in the United States, or commemorating traitors in the United States. They should be consolidated into a museum where they can be appreciated as history for what they are, and not idolized as something that they weren't. Oh, I know. I'm sorry, Jupes. I'm trying not to do politics. I'm trying to talk history and like why things are the way they are. Because, man, it's educational. You just gotta know your history. But yeah, I'm not talking about like. Man, it's hard not to talk about politics because everything kind of comes back to politics. especially when you talk about history. And I'm a big history fan, so it's going to be hard for me not to talk about history and gush over it. I know, Jupes, and I'll try to be careful, but as long as they don't ban my channel, I'll be okay. If I get demonetized, whatever, I just want to keep making content. Yeah. Yeah, you should remember history, celebrate the good,
Battle awaits us,
consolidate the bad.
But I believe it's for the best. We will save you and your kingdom. We must.
But yeah, I mean, as a historian myself, as someone who's majoring in history, yeah, I'm pretty passionate about the whole thing. I don't like history being used to push agendas. You just gotta know your history. Keep the good, consolidate the bad.
We should have finished our search. But it's too late now. There's a battle ahead. A horrible battle.
What about Tartuk I Am Supreme?
Words, words. How little value we attach to them, and how much they truly.
Also, 1 second. I'm gonna see if
But I've grown tired
Mrs.
of
Bring It
words
On
and
can feed the
prophecies.
cat.
I will no longer predict chaos and death. Instead, I will show them to you, myself.
Oh, yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
So he gets resurrected by this guy in the beginning, by the Lantern King. I really like this soundtrack. And then, I didn't kill him at Trobol in Chapter 2. I vassalized him instead. And then I recruited him as a companion here at the end. Also, the rest is actually here helping us fight, which is really cool. The soundtrack is kicking. I like this. Well, I'm glad you got over your trepidation with Pyramid Head, Sith Murak. I hope you enjoy it. You have a pit bull? I like pit bulls. I like how I feared the Lantern King too. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. So I feared the Lantern King. I feared every dragon I've fought in the game. This build has really come together at the end here. It's very potent.
You don't seem to like my curses. Maybe I like my better.
Alright, so focus the Lantern King here. Let's actually throw a Stinking Cloud on top of him, because that'll stick around through the next stages of the fight as well.
A fine use of my talents.
Also, I'd be fine with summoning some undead here as well. Actually, better yet.
Hey, can someone help me?
Like, the soundtrack in this section of the game is so strong. And he's still feared and running around. This is nice.
The time for laughter.
Yeah, I know. I had my Barbarian on him. Because he casts what I think it's called the End of All Things, right?
Leave this one to me.
Repent. Run them through.
So you have 4 dogs? That's cool. I love dogs. Most I ever had at one time was 2. I currently only have 1. And she's a beaut. Yeah, damage is definitely trumps anything else in the game. It's Super important. It's a battle of attrition. Most boss fights punish you for trying to fight out a battle of attrition. You've got to burst him down and kill him. But again, if you can just fear him like this, then I guess it doesn't matter. Also, Narissa isn't doing anything useful. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, they are pretty generic, but I don't know, I do like some of them. Hey there, Octavia. Well, I keep the Lantern King pinned in the corner. Okay, I guess we can't take him out till we kill everybody else. Also, I think she's in melee now. That's one of the problems that I'm facing. Ooh, 5 dogs.
Time for masks is over. You risk challenging
Pities.
eldest, and I accept the
German
challenge.
one-mini schnauzer. My parents have a German Shepherd.
With my true essence.
Very good dog.
This is my essence. I don't need magic or servile monsters to destroy me. Words are enough. Yes, words. I once told you, words spoken in the right time and place possess the power of the storm. You lightheartedly answer that you know what your power and essence are.
Yeah, I have one dog. She is a Mastiff Pitbull mix. Supposedly a massive Pitbull mix. She looks the part. I mean, she has the skin for it, definitely. Because it was a Rottweiler breeder. Sorry, did I say Pitbull? I meant to say Rottweiler. Rottweiler Mastiff mix. There we go. The guy breeds Rottweilers, and supposedly a Mastiff got into the kennel, and so now he had a litter of Rottweiler Mastiffs. But she stopped. She's not as big as I was hoping. She's only 75 pounds, but she's got. I mean, she has the Mastiff skin for sure.
In the desire to play with others' lives and fates.
That's a good name for a dog. A dog named Dave. I'm also a sucker for alliteration, so in case you couldn't tell by some of my video titles. Yeah, my dog has an eye for my cats, or at least one of my cats, so.
I remember your answer. The world remembers it too. Your answer, your heart, your essence. Now, cursed king, I'm taking this part of your soul, as I took away Nerissa's ability to love. What you called your essence is yours no more. Let us continue. We both wear a crown. But what do you own? A meager patch of land, a few thousand souls? My dominion is chaos and magic, madness and
Is it named
deceit.
K9?
Your power is nothing compared to mine.
I'm also a fan of Doctor
That is
Who,
why
so.
you are helpless before me. You will take my every blow as a divine punishment, as something imminent.
Oh, Stormageddon, really? I have a buddy, he named his dog Ahab the Crusher Destroyer, or something like that. It's after a Mastodon song. I don't know who Evangeline Lilly looks, or who that is, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm curious what you think of me, cursed king. Do you see me as a villain or a simple joker? In truth, well, I'm never able to conceive of the truth. Being an eldest means being one of the many strings that hold the world in place. Being an eldest means being such a vast and self-sufficient value that one's equals become strangers and one's inferiors are entirely insignificant. I am an eldest. Laughter, guile, transformation, that's what I am. being what I am, I will let you feel a modicum of my loneliness. I will take away your pillar of strength.
I knew it was Stormy one time. Oh, Boris is a good name for a cat. Oh, yeah, actually, I can see that. I know that the actress's name. But yeah, actually, I do kind of see that in her portrait. Boris is a good name for a girl.
Good. You can play with words. Let us see if you can withstand the heat of my fire.
You've lost a
And Nerissa, you want to
solve
step
this
in and help out?
mystery.
He's just been standing there this whole time. I never casted this, I should have. Whoopsies. I'll try and get that active now. We'll have him fall back and use Polar Ray, which is probably the best thing to use against the fire-based being. We ferried the Lantern King again. He's trying to run away. Yeah, it is the best track. Well, I really like Skylark, but this is definitely up there as far as the soundtracks go. And it's also the easiest stage in the fight by far. Yeah, right? This build is too OP. Who thought a barbarian with max charisma would be that strong? Yeah, it is little bananas. Which is funny because some of the boss fights it doesn't work on, but the Lantern King is not immune to fear, which is weird. Now, granted, my build is almost entirely based around Intimidate, so maybe that's why. Smendrick. Yeah, that's a heck of a name for a dog.
Defeat. What a refreshing feeling. I don't remember sensing it for a dozen millennia.
Are those from something? Where do I know the name Remy from?
But what's next? How will you end this story? Listen, I know.
A fear mode? Were you a scaled fist? Because I can see that working.
A deity in battle. Impressed, it grants the victor power and immortality. The hero enters the chambers of the deity to become his champion and herald. Eternal, powerful, equally glorified both in the first world and in Valerian. His kingdom healed from its wounds and flourished under the rule of the immortal champion. A beautiful ending, isn't it? And this legend is yours for the asking.
You know, I am glad that my my build lived up to its name. I did call it the Fearbarian after all, and the final boss of the game was feared the entire time. Oh, okay. Okay. I still had to Google it, so I didn't know who it was.
My spring, I beg you, do not listen. There is poison and evil triumph in his words.
But now I get it.
We may not be able to kill him, but surrendering now is the greatest mistake we could make. But even so, let wicked fate strike only me. Do you hear me, eldest? Take me, your favorite toy, and let the king and his kingdom go in peace.
I actually share a birthday with a famous pornographic actress. I'm not going to tell you who, because then you'll know my birthday.
You are so beneficent, trespasser. I didn't expect to see you like this. I might even accept this sacrifice, but what do you say?
Actually, I should say adult filmstress? There we go. It's a fancier title.
That is easy. I will return your kingdom to Galarian and strengthen its connection to the First World. In their homeland, the Fae can endlessly return to life. I will give to you the same gift. So long as you remain an enclave of the First World, death within its borders will never threaten you. As for the prize, I'm not offering you the position of a servant. Believe it or not, I am lonely. Divine power and immortality are a heavy burden.
Ooh.
Accept it means losing all your friends and companions, but you can find allies and reliable assistance. This is what I'm looking for. A herald and a general with whom I can share eternity, and together we'll play 1,000 wonderful pranks and spread our power across the First World and further. Much further.
Agree to his offer. Now I regret that my heart can love again. The sound of these words wouldn't hurt so
I'm not going to sacrifice her. I mean, I'm getting the romance, don't worry. I'm just asking questions. Unless I can't go back down.
What is that, trespasser? Don't you want the best?
I'm gonna go for the number one here.
As for you, if he agrees to my offer, you may go wherever you wish. I will not bother you.
Well, I don't know her. I just look up
smart enough to stay out
whose
of my
birthdays I
sight.
share.
And his.
Well, actually, I was on the tangent. I was trying to find out what happened on my birthday throughout history, and then I ended up looking up celebrities. I don't care about celebrities, but it was a natural segue into it.
I can't let that happen, my spring. You, your subjects and companions will be hostages in an eternal war with a deity. Let him take me instead, and allow you to live.
Well, she's okay, Boggart. Yeah, I'm just gonna fight him, yeah, absolutely.
So be it. This performance has run its course. It would be unwise.
Actually, no, I should have killed him. Whoopsies.
Besides, have no love of dying, returning to life. My fellow eldest are very good at playing especially intricate pranks at that exact moment.
Farewell, my spring. Let us say goodbye quickly and end this painful moment.
What?
I cannot allow you
No, I had to
harmed.
kill him. I'm gonna have to redo
This
this.
is why I must remain to the court of the Lantern King, a safeguard and hostage. I will try to ensure that the eldest's eyes never again stray to your lands. Remember the sad nymph.
Yeah, I think I have to pick 4. We'll redo it.
Forget.
The fight wasn't very hard, so I'm not too worried about
There's
it.
but one thing I ask of you. Be happy.
You were cursed by my will. By my will, you are now freed from the curse. May shackles be broken, fetters be loosened. What's been stolen will be returned. What's been divided will be made whole again. I say farewell, and release your kingdom to the material plane. Go, be glad of your ordinary mortal life, and forget the gods of the First World. Now they no longer concern you.
Alright. I can't. Alright, before we get to the ending slides, we're gonna go back. Because that's not the ending I want. So, we have to pick option 4 there, and fight him so that Nerissa doesn't leave, because we're going for the romance. But I wonder if you take his deal, because he said he'll leave both of you alone. Would you not still be able to romance then? Because y'all would still be fine to live in immortality in your kingdom. So I don't know why that wouldn't... I mean, I'm gonna fight him, of course, because it's more fun. But he promised to leave you alone, that he just wants a friend, so... Well, an assistant or an advisor, I guess.
Here.
I'm gonna drop another haste, because I'm not gonna bother doing that later. Also, let's go ahead and throw out all of our summons while I'm thinking about it.
Request.
Sad I don't have my wyverns, but I'll take what I can.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
I don't think she has any summons, does she? Oh no, but she has this.
The end draws near.
I thought I had more summons somewhere tucked away. Or did I get rid of all of them? Yeah, I think I got rid of all of them. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, man, I'm gonna kill him, but I was just wondering.
That creature.
Also, I really like the voice acting, so.
I know it. I see it. Rise, my unfortunate jester. So it's said. Your performance is not over yet. And so I did.
I like that they put this in here. Alright, so we'll click through the rest of this because we just listened to it.
Oh, yes, the time has come. The time of fate and curses.
I might pause and just listen to the soundtrack real quick.
Provoked.
It's very good. It's a shame you only hear it this time. Yeah, we'll go ahead and burn this guy down. Go ahead and drop a couple of AoE spells that are last throughout the fight. I'll go ahead and activate that while we're here. Seriously. This fight is a joke now. Oh wait, oh, he's not feared anymore. He's casting something. Dispel magic. Let's take care of that guy. He reduced my size.
This is for you.
I'll cast a slow if we can. I'd like to get another legendary proportions on my main character. Oh, is he attacking Tartuk? No. Well, that's a little frustrating.
All my genius lost.
Alright, the fight's not going as smoothly as it did the first time, but that's usually the case. I swear, like, my first attempt always goes very well, and then everything else falls apart. That's just the way of things. I'll cast a heal on him. That's fine, I didn't want you to attack him anyway, so this is actually perfect.
The time for laughter is past.
I think that's what they intend. You're supposed to not like Tartuccio, but you're supposed to feel bad for Tartuk. Because, I mean, he actively indicates that, you know, he's not the same person. He's not, he's not Tartuccio as Tartuk. They're two separate entities. Also, I never finished casting, Oh, and actually, Nurse is shooting, like, a Ray of Annihilation, so she's actively helping here. Which is nice. He's actually getting some attacks off this time, which I don't like. There we go. Now he's feared. No! Stupid. I'm missing diamonds here. Well, that's not good. Luckily, I do have some scrolls. Yeah, I think it's going worse because the game slowed down more here. So the game's performance is what's causing this to not go as well as it could. Actually, we have a spell for him. Let's go ahead and cast it on him.
This body holds no more.
Yeah, Die Hard is the best racial trait in the game. It's so good. Why doesn't everyone have it? There we go.
Enough.
Maybe delicious.
Time for masks.
I don't want to skip his voice acting. It's too good.
Eldest, and I accept the challenge. You will fight not a mere embodiment, but my true essence. This is my essence. I don't need magic or servile monsters to destroy you. Words are enough. Yes, words. I once told you, words spoken in the right time and place possess the power of the storm. You lightheartedly answer that you know what your power and essence are. In the desire to play with others' lives and fates. I remember your answer. The world remembers it too. Your answer, your heart, your essence. Now, cursed king, I'm taking this part of your soul, as I took away Nerissa's ability to love. What you called your essence is yours no more.
I hope I succeed this time. Awesome.
Let us continue. We both wear a crown. But what do you want? A meager patch of land, a few thousand souls? My dominion is chaos and magic, madness and deceit. Your power is nothing compared to mine. And that is why you are helpless before me. You will take my every blow as a divine punishment, as something imminent.
Oh wait, Harem's not doing it?
I'm curious.
We failed. That sucks.
Do you see me as a villain or a simple joker? In truth, well...
Alright, I'm gonna skip that part. I'll probably get a charge attack off here. Don't know why the bar's all messed up like that.
Leave this one to me.
You can't stop me.
Die already.
Doesn't really matter because he's feared, but there you have it. Oh wow, my main character died again. He's just dropping like a fly this fight. We all saw the first fight. Alright, that's how it's supposed to go. Oh, yeah, your English seems fine. I haven't seen anything worth correcting.
Defeat. What a refreshing feeling. I don't remember sensing it for dozen millennia.
Bugged out his dialogue.
My
Whoopsies.
spring, I beg you.
You are so beneficent, trespasser. I didn't expect to see you like this. I might even accept this sacrifice, but what do you say?
Yeah, we already listen to all this, so let's just go and finish him
Did I
off.
tell you I don't like dying? Well, I don't. Perhaps we should stop this pointless exercise and speak seriously?
Okay, so we can't finish him? Don't remember that.
That is easy. I will return your kingdom to Galarian.
So I'm gonna pick the immortality option
First world. And
for
then all
Nerissa.
man the Fae can endlessly return to life. I will give to you the same gift. So long
If that doesn't work, we'll
as
just
you
fight him again.
remain an enclave
We'll do
of
this
the
all night
First
if I have
World,
to.
Death within its borders will never threaten me. As for the prize, I'm offering you the position of a servant. Believe it or not, I am. Divine power and immortality are a heavy burden. To accept it means losing all your friends and companions, but you can find allies and reliable assistance. This is what I'm looking for. A herald and a general with whom I can share eternity, and together we'll play 1,000 wonderful pranks and spread our power across the First World and further, much further.
Agree to his
Wait,
offer.
I'm waiting.
Now I regret that my heart can love again. The sound of these words wouldn't hurt so much if I'd remained cold.
Where'd I miss it? Follow Nerissa to the ever-blooming flower cradle. When is that? Where did I miss that at? Okay. I have some saves kind of back there, so I might be able to go back and do it. I'm pulling up the guide real quick so I can see. I haven't had to do this whole playthrough. I thought I had it down pat. Yeah, she never brought that up. She never told us to meet her at the ever-blooming flower. So, Yeah, I researched all the curses that I had. I don't think I missed any curses. I'm pretty sure I did all 13. And I exhausted all the dialogue options. Maybe I didn't get all 13 that I needed, but I'm almost positive that I did. I have to go back and check. But I can't go back that far anyway. I can only go to here. Which, regardless, she didn't offer me the chance to. Yeah, shoot. Well, all that work for what?
What is that, trespass? Don't you want the best for your chosen?
I can't let that happen, my spring. You, your subjects and companions will be So, that's your...
Wonderful. I played one of my best performances and received a fine lesson. I release you from the curse. May the fatal bond between you and your land be destroyed, and another one be born between you and your new patron. From my light, I bestow light upon you. From my power,
Man, well, that sucks.
power. May neither death, nor time, nor frailty ever touch
I was positive I did all.
champion and hell.
Because there's more than 13 curses you can research, and I researched, I think, all the ones that I had. I don't think that I missed out on any curses, because I know some are optional. It sucks that you can't, like, go and actually shift through all your previous projects, so you can't count how many curses you researched, but... Yeah, I was positive. I did all 13. Like, I prioritized curses whenever I had the chance.
Your kingdom will return to Galarian. Calm your subjects. And threaten your neighbors if they think you weak and vulnerable. And await my summons. Eternity awaits.
Yeah, I did all that. I mean, the only thing I could have missed was the, research. But I don't believe that I did. So I'm pretty sure I did more than 13. The only thing I can think of is maybe I missed dialogue with her early on, but then I also explored everywhere in my kingdom on the way here, so yeah, no, I figured that. I killed him in my first playthrough too. I thought. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I've never done that. Okay, maybe I didn't kill him my first playthrough. I think I tried, but then he said the same thing. Well, that sucks. Man. Because that's the other thing I could have missed was a research, but I guarantee that I didn't. That's upsetting. I put a lot of work into that. Okay, one entire playthrough's worth of work, actually. Yeah, I just wanted to do it because it was like the secret ending.
Now that the eldest
I guess I know how to
other
do it,
spiteful
so...
beings wouldn't be bothering us.
But I still messed it
The
up.
king returned to his subjects and celebrated the victory and the end of the kingdom's miseries with great fanfare. Everything gradually returned to normal, including our exciting lives. Not always peaceful, but also not troubled by invasions from another world. And little by little, our heroes and the common folk began to forget the sorrows of the past. Sometimes, on clear spring nights, the king saw dreams. In them, the nymph Nyrissa, pale and exhausted, walked through endless mist as she helplessly searched for salvation.
I'm looking through the guide again. Like maybe there's something else that I missed. I hit all the wickets. Even though I've never read the guide. But I already knew you had to do all the curses, and you had to be nice to her, and you had to have the briar. Those are really the only three things that I knew, so maybe there's something else I did mess up somewhere. But I can't imagine where. It had to be research. but again, because I didn't have any curse research left at the before we wrapped up the game. I made sure there was no extras sitting in my kingdom.
So the kingdom returned to Golarion, but not without taking a piece of the first world with it. Miracles and strange occurrences, both kind
Yeah, and I'm
and cruel,
pretty sure I did more
became the norm.
than 13.
Not that the citizens
Yeah, this is the end,
hadn't
Boggart.
grown used to that. And the king became the Lantern King's herald. Who knows what mission was assigned to him? Our scouts now sneak across Golarion.
Yeah, I was
with
impressed with
secret
the
tasks,
Fearbarian's
and our
performance.
fighters and wizards spend plenty of time in the first world. But we became something straight out of legends. A country with a mysterious, immortal king whose existence spans 2 worlds. Sometimes,
Well, he said he was
on clear
lonely.
spring nights, the king saw dreams. In them, the nymph Nyrissa, pale and exhausted, walked through endless mist as she helplessly searched for salvation.
Yeah.
Under the wise leadership of the king, the stolen lands became a
Prank, a
true
play.
country. There was
playful
still
prank.
much to be done, of course, and some of it will need to be finished by our hero's descendants. But there are no longer cut purses on every corner.
I tried
and the
Boggart, but
peasants
I messed up
aren't
somewhere, I
afraid some
guess.
new self-proclaimed chief will show up and strong-arm himself into power.
The thing, I assume I missed a research, curse research, but I honestly don't think that I did, because I don't think I had any leftover curses at the end of research, and I know I got all the optional ones. I went out of my way to make sure I got all the optional curses. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I could do about it. The game didn't give me a choice.
Just half a year
I even
after
reloaded
the
and
war
fought the
with
Lantern King a
First
second
World,
time.
Galt moved its troops to the southern border of the kingdom. Their attack was rebuffed. The enemy state's infantry retreated when the army's wizards brought down rains of fire and magical arrows on the heads of the flabbergasted enemy soldiers. Since then, Galt hasn't risked crossing any borders again, fearing cruel retaliation for further insolence.
Supposedly that quest only appears if you are not able to reach an agreement with Nerissa and go after the Lantern King. So maybe when I fought her... Maybe after I defeated her I had to pick a different option. Because it says, according to this, whatever website this is, Yekbot, which I don't trust, but... It says, this quest only appears if you are not able to reach an agreement with Nerissa and go after the Lantern King. Which, maybe that was an option that only appears... No, I never got that, that quest, I don't think. Because I never had the option to hunt down the Eldists. I'm just checking a few things real quick. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Nerissa isn't that great, but I mean, it's the secret ending, so that's the one I wanted to get, just because it's the like penultimate ending for the game. You know, it's the one that the hidden ending.
The king's subjects praise his generosity, while citizens of neighboring lands groan from crippling taxes. Citizens
so
of the
upsetting.
stolen
I
lands
can't.
have it pretty good. Truth be told,
I even
the
tolerated
treasury
Tristian
isn't always capable of
to get this
paying
stupid
the royal
achievement.
bills. And the throne room's adornments are clearly decaying. But sometimes you have to buy the people's love. Literally.
So I guess I'd have to go back and... Yeah, and I don't know how I would have missed the quest, though. But I mean, I can't go back and try it again because I don't have a save for it. Because I deleted all my saves. Ugh, gosh, this game.
The feud between Brevois North and South, which had been smoldering for ages, finally sparked the fires of civil war. Our troops lent aid to the forces of House Sertova, suffering terrible losses as they took the brunt of the damage from the Swordlord's forces. The rebellion was soon crushed, and Jumanji Eldori was beheaded in Restov's central square. And for a long time, any hope of an independent Rostland died with her. Chandra Merve became an ambassador at our court once more. The arrogant old lady misses no chance to remind us that House Sertova considers us nothing more than vassals.
Yeah, neutral is the best option. Plus, right here, how do they only consider us nothing more than vassals when we have the Lantern King backing us? We're technically part of the First World, and we're an immortal king. What? Get out my face, House Sertova.
The Tiger Lords found it difficult to recuperate after what Armagh did to them. The barbarians remaining in Numeria weren't very happy that we sheltered the deposed chief and his supporters, but they were too afraid of him to attack us over it. That bomb has a long fuse, but it's definitely burning. I'm afraid that a few generations down the road, the grandchildren of the current Tiger Lords may want to retaliate against us for their grandfathers.
Yeah, I feel like if I wanted to just secede from them, I could easily, considering I'm immortal within my own lands. So what are they going to do about it, you know? I mean, I could put the fear into a eldest. I'm sure I could wreck an entire army by myself. Because after the game, I'm only going to get stronger. I mean, level 20 isn't the end of Don Don's story.
Pitax never regained its former stature. In their fight for power, both bandits and the relatively honest merchants lost all their strength, scaring away both customers and suppliers. Trade routes began moving through other cities. Pitax fell into decline, and the citizens quickly forgot all of Iravetti's atrocities, remembering his rule instead
Posture with an axe in
as a
her
golden
face.
age for the region. Governor Liacenza remembers what the king did for him, and serves him truthfully and loyally.
Fix her posture on the rack.
There was no place for art in the new Pitax. Students and teachers from the academy were scattered to the winds. Some found a place in neighboring courts, while others set off to earn some coin in roadside taverns. A third group, harboring anger and resentment toward the king, began weaving revolutionary plots. The ruins of the Academy of the Arts still stand in the middle of the city, overrun with ivy, empty and unwanted. Bartholomew Delgado still serves the king loyally. From time to time, he orders peculiar mechanisms and substances from all corners of the world. After receiving them, he spends a few days bragging about some great discovery he's about to make, then ends up gloomy for a few months. Then he receives another package, and the process repeats itself. At night, chilling screams are often heard from his laboratory. Unfortunately, without its founder, Varnhold never really recovered from the blow. Over time, the colony withered away, all the more so when its dwellers continued to disappear under mysterious circumstances. It took less than 2 years for Varnhold to permanently become a ghost town. The only person happy about the news was the king's new advisor, a mysterious and powerful wizard who still serves the ruler loyally to this day.
right?
No one knows what happened to
I think
the
he liked
vanished
us in the end.
dwellers of Varnhold. It feels like everyone just keeps trying to forget about them. There are still those who blame the king for their disappearance, but they prefer to do so very, very quietly.
Because at the end there, he even, when you run into him during that final segment, he's like, stand back, half-orc, and let me take care of it. I think he warmed up to us. Also, the way that this is described, how a new wizard shows up or whatever, where's it at? Another person happy about the news of the King's advisor, a mysterious and powerful wizard. I feel like it would be better to keep Myvar as an available advisor and have Vorticai take Cephal's appearance instead. Because then he's still a wizard. He can pretend to be Cephal to Mygar, but then you can have Mygar like have dialogue that he's like suspicious that something's different with Cephal. So I feel like that would, because then you can get more advisors. It just add to the cast, you know. You don't have to make a choice. Not that I mind making choices, but I mean, Cephal just gets killed off, and you know, you're left with nothing. But having him as Cephal would explain his ability to spellcast and all that jazz.
Agay, the Spriggan leader, learned a valuable lesson after surviving his meeting
Is
with
Mygar
the
in the
king
adventure path
and
too?
even regaining his tribe's home. Don't try to occupy seemingly empty settlements anymore. Instead, the Spriggans settled across Dunsword's wild borderlands
To Vorticai?
and proclaimed it as their domain. Keeping the peace in a situation like that seems like the stuff of dreams, as evidenced by the occasional lost patrols and stolen cattle.
I'm assuming like Mygar and Cephal still have like the same relationship or whatever. Like they're still like part of the same mercenary band.
After the kobolds and mites disappeared, the empty caves beneath the old sycamore quickly became home to all kinds of disgusting critters.
So I do like the Mygar
Giant
or Myvar
centipedes being the most innocent
story.
and pleasant of them. Attempts have been made to clear out the caves, but it never takes long for something to take up residence again. In the end, the decision was made to block the entrances and burn the giant tree down, destroying the roots that held up the ceiling of the caves. Oleg's trading post now resembles a border stronghold more than a haven for merchants and travelers. A town sprung up around it, from which the leader of the guard operates. Oleg and Svetlana aren't too happy about it, but at least they don't have to fear for their lives anymore. Keston Gares took a post as chief of the kingdom's guard. The former heir to a noble family never returned to Brevoy, severing all ties to his kin. However, a few years after the victory over the First World, a girl arrived from Brevoy and soon married Keston. They say Keston started smiling a lot more after that. Kasana, Lamashtu's priestess, didn't remain in the king's service for long. One night, she just disappeared from the castle and set off for the kingdom's borders, preaching to anyone who would listen and granting the needy the blessing of the Mother of Monsters.
Oh, I didn't realize she had a mouse in her hand there. Or sorry, not a mouse, a rabbit. Doesn't look alive.
Having participated in Lamashtu's ritual, Olika gave birth to a strong and healthy baby. Sadly, the child grew into an unruly and violent adolescent. Having maimed a peer at just 10 years of age, the boy escaped to the Gnarl Marches, fleeing the rage of a mob that tore his mother to pieces instead. No one knows what happened to the lad.
Oh, no, you know she could be a high priest.
Child, who sometimes kills lost travelers and sometimes
because most of the optional
are passed on by
advisors, they only have one
throughout
place
the
they can
area.
be placed. Like Mygar can only be treasurer, Keston can only be warden, things like that. Oh, neat. Alright, well, I always use her as counselor because she has such a high... I think she's actually the best one that I have. Right?
Breinhart became a loyal ally and trade partner of the kingdom, and Darvin himself had been seen as a frequent guest in the capital. The elegant monarch of the neighboring kingdom has broken many hearts at court. After his visits, many young guards and
course they
servants
do.
have been seen staring through windows, sighing wistfully about something.
And also, he sold me the coolest armor in the game for my barbarian, so thank you. Thank you, Darvin.
A delegation of wizards from Absalom and other areas appeared in the kingdom one day, asking for permission to examine the lair of the
Oh yeah, I completed that chaotic evil side quest too. I wonder if that'll appear here.
The wizards spent a long time thanking the king for freeing the world of that monster. In their opinion, he'd been capable of causing the end of the world, maybe even 2 worlds. The sweet teeth departed on a journey, hoping to see as many wonders as possible of this world and others. They keep sending us news from every corner of the map. Their bright painted
I know. I just fought the most powerful one in Baldur's Gate 2 today in my Let's Play.
Somehow, appearing in the center of one
Took me 8
incredible
tries.
story after another. After the victory, the storyteller abandoned his affairs and began spending a lot of time alone in contemplation. He eventually bid farewell to the king and left his lands. But I suspect the inhabitants of Golarion haven't heard the last of this mysterious traveler, for his own story is hardly finished.
Honestly, I like the length of Varnhold's
The
lot.
ancient artifacts gathered by the king built the foundation of a museum collection that has become famous even in far-off Absalom.
It's not like every DLC needs to be like this huge second open world thing. I like the succinct nature of Varnhold's lot. So it wrapped up the story, it connected the dots, and, you know, it added just enough. But yeah, couldn't tell you where the storyteller's going.
Amiri remained a pariah to her native tribe, but she stayed close friends with Nylak, who ruled the 6 bears wisely and taught them to survive in the unfamiliar plains and cities. The restless barbarian would often travel for long
My power kept
stretches
going
of
out last
time,
night, so I didn't
but
sleep very well.
sooner or later, she would always return to her old friends, bragging about new scars and recounting new
Oh
feats,
yeah,
many of
Valerie's
which
ending.
Nylak and
We'll see if I got the
Mordecai
Hell Knight one.
Valerie stayed to serve the king, but not for long.
No.
She soon
Darn.
laid down her weapon to start her own family. Valerie married a simple farmer and bore him 2 beautiful children. They settled away from the capital, where she was soon forgotten.
She should have her scar right there. Yeah. Yep, gotta do the trial.
Aaron became famous,
And then kill everybody.
respected by dwarves throughout our kingdom,
And also the
as well
Federal
as our
Senate.
neighbors, even as far as the 5 Kings Mountains. He's often been asked to help out or teach others, and he's never denied anyone, despite his grumbling. Some people even listen to his
Yeah, you gotta kill Federal Senate in the
Lucky
beginning
for us, there's
by beating
a
him in a
lot
duel,
less
and then
howling about the end
complete
of
the
the
trial,
world
then
now,
kill everybody.
and more wise words of moderation and humility. Not all of his disciples turned to Grotus, but everyone took away something useful from his teachings.
Yeah, honestly, if they added a DLC where you play as Ivar, the storyteller from Silverstep Village, ooh. Yeah, starting at level 5 and then immediately hitting level 6 was nice. It allowed you to test builds. That's how I figured out my Aldori Swordlord starting build. Yeah, and I failed the quest, so whatever. We tried. We know how to get it now, so.
One moonless night, Jathal mysteriously disappeared. Soon, frightened fishers discovered her body, really truly dead now. A young elf named Nortellara came to the funeral, claiming to be the daughter of the deceased. She didn't grieve for her mother overmuch, and she began carousing almost straight away, moving from balls to feasts to hunts. She acquired a crowd of admirers and treated the king as though they'd known each
it all
other
worked out in the
100
end.
years or more. Some even assumed they were particularly close. Octavia stayed in the capital as the king's advisor and loyal companion, a true socialite, and one of the most influential and desirable women in the entire kingdom. The balls put on by Octavia were frequented by nobility from every neighboring country, and she enjoys bragging to barons and counts alike that she achieved her status all on her own, a common half-breed from no family to speak of. Only
Well, technically it was
Rigondar's
Nodarella,
happiness.
or whatever her daughter's
They
name
fight
was.
constantly,
So.
and she fears that his drinking or some other stupid trick of his will drive him to an early grave.
And this is a little different as well.
Rigongar hung up his sword and began the life of luxury he'd always wanted. Admirers lined up outside his door, women and men alike. He indulged in every pleasure, wearing luxurious clothes and hosting orgies that would make Calistria blush.
He turned into
quarreled
Iravetti,
more
essentially.
and more often with Octavia, who feared his drinking and unruly temper would drive him to an early grave. After these fights, he'd drown his resentment in wine. These days, he's hardly ever sober, and his trembling hands can barely even hold a sword.
Yeah, he went all out. I feel bad for his ending. I mean, Octavia seemed okay. So it doesn't seem like Octavia can get a bad ending depending on her quest. I mean, I don't know what happens if you don't complete her quest. Well, oh, she dies. She dies at the House of the Edge of Time. Yeah, but he only gets one good ending.
After the war ended, Ekin hung up his bow on the wall and traded the path of the ranger in for the craft of the carpenter. It may not be the
I can't
most
give
heroic
Ekundayo a bad
to
ending.
a tragic story like his, but as Torag is my witness, Ekin's happy with it, as is Alina, who became his wife and is bearing his child. Any baby born into this family will be pretty lucky.
Yeah, after watching his wife get, was it crushed or her head bit off? I don't remember. But it was brutal. Whatever happened, it was brutal. So, you know, Ekundayo, you deserve your good ending. Plus, he's the best bro in the game. He's always got your back, and that's what I appreciate.
Jubilost returned to the life of a traveling explorer, frequently visiting his favorite kingdom. He said so himself. His
I did not see that mod.
studying
That
the
sounds
First World
exciting.
all opened with a dedication to his
So I like
longtime
Dorn's voice for the
companion,
most part.
the king. Another name was also
Yeah, but
mentioned.
he specifically describes one of them
like
either
guide
getting
and
like
inspiration.
bitten in half or ripped in
Admirers
half or
would
stepped
ask
on by the
Jubilost
troll.
many times about this mystery
I think
lady,
one of them gets
but he
their
would
head
only
bit off or
chuckle,
something.
Hitch his knapsack on his shoulder, and return to storm the vast expanses of the First World once again.
I like his ending as well. Good job, Jubilost.
As for Knock Knock, apologies, I mean Hero Knock Knock, he continued his questionably heroic efforts in the Stolen Lands. Despite whatever mess he fell into,
Oh, way to go,
no matter
Vigo.
the danger he leapt into, he always seemed to scrape through just a little better off than before. Like true heroes,
Oh, does he?
He simply never gave up, struggling on and meeting the challenge of each new day with a spirit that no mishap or misfortune could ever quell. The slightly inaccurate statue of him and the king still stands in the square to this day. The two figures side by side. I've always felt that, while the heights may be a bit off, let's say, it accurately reflects the size and spirit of the goblin hero who'd been nurtured by the teachings of his king.
I like Knock Knock's ending as well. I've never done the Jester ending, and I doubt I ever will.
Tartuk, who never succeeded in restoring his gnome appearance, seems to have completely forgotten about who he once was. It no longer bothers him, for now the Purple Kobold has become a real king to his
Yeah, he just
tribe.
wants to be a hero.
Keeping his word to the king, Tartuk and his subjects behave themselves, living peacefully with the citizens of nearby settlements. Some of the reptiles even manage to find work digging wells and dungeons in people's settlements. For a small fee, of course.
Well, look at that. Good job, Tartuk. I think he deserves that well. He had a good, slight redemption arc. It wasn't a full redemption, but he came through for us in the end.
Kalika did not remain in our lands for long. She never lost hope of discovering some news of her sister's fate, and the sorrow in her heart drove her to restless journey. One day she left without saying goodbye. No one knows where, taking only the simple things she fled with from Kadira.
So, while some of these epilogues are pretty good, I still think the best epilogue of all time, off the top of my head, I mean I might be wrong, I can't remember everything I've ever seen, but Minsk's epilogue in Baldur's Gate 2, that's good stuff.
Khaenera celebrated the victory along with everyone else, but was soon consumed by black thoughts about her missing sister. One day we discovered her house empty, her things sold, and Khaenera herself gone. All that remained was a short goodbye note.
I was just expressing my admiration for Minsk's epilogue in Baldur's Gate 2. It's so good. It's one of my favorite epilogues of all time, if not my favorite of all time.
Despite all the woes that befell the country, our king remains a strong leader. Many noble houses from neighboring lands wouldn't hesitate to be related to him, and they regularly send a variety of marriage proposals.
Which, if you haven't seen it yet, just wait till the end of my Baldur's Gate 2 playthrough. You'll see it there.
As for myself, the author of this book, Lindsay, who never chose a pretty nickname, I'm still here, inside my creation within the Capitol Library. I live just like I always dreamed, surrounded by people and books, and not a day goes by without someone turning my pages. My story inspired many others to take up the quill. My readers have written many fierce books, articles, and pamphlets, flinging truth in the faces of tyrants. What more could I dream of? I hope, oh honored reader, that this story offered you some daring ideas. Or at least some entertainment. In any case, it's time to set the final period.
Alright, well there it is. Don Don's journey is over. Didn't get quite the ending I was after, but we discovered some new stuff on the way. We figured out some things for the game for other people that will play in the future. So the Devil Twins in this game are Baldur's... There are Devil Twins in Baldur's Gate 2, right? I didn't mind the ending with Kalik and Kanera. Yeah, I mean, I still got mine, right? Yeah, Viconia's ending, yeah, but I mean, Minsk's, that's solid stuff. That's some good writing right there. I'm excited for any Easter eggs in Baldur's Gate 3 for the fate of Minsk and Boo. See if that statue turns up. But alright, I'm gonna call this stream. Well, before I call it, I will stream tomorrow, but I'm gonna take a small break from Pathfinder. I'll probably play like MechWarrior Online or something. So come if you're interested in that. If not, well, I'm sorry. But I will stream Beneath the Stolen Lands. I'm gonna take a few days off of Pathfinder, just to get a breath of fresh air. And if you have builds you're interested in seeing, right now I have a Druid and a Magus, I think. If people are interested in seeing, if you have any other ideas, let me know. You can post it in the comments of a video or show up to one of the streams and let me know. And I'll work with that. So. Yeah, you have to save the Sweet Teeth, not use Kanera as bait, and which I thought I didn't use her as bait here in this playthrough, but it acted like I did. Oh no, I did. Yeah, I selected that option because that's this thing. My first playthrough, I did the same thing, and it messed up the ending. Alright, someone's interested in MechWarrior Online. Good. It's a fun game. I'm glad everybody enjoyed the playthrough. It was a little rough around the edges here and there, but we pulled it off, so I'm gonna pat myself on the back. 3 full playthroughs of this game. That's pretty impressive. Boggy the Battered One. Okay, I'll try to remember. Let me write that down. Boggy the Battered One. Can a name be that long? Half-Orc, Ultra Scion, Green Dragon Disciple. That makes sense. He is an orc after all. So Eldritch, Scion, Green Dragon. Can't write dragon. There we go. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Feel free to come by any other streams that I have. I'll still try to stream pretty consistently. We'll return to Pathfinder again in a few days, maybe. And I won't necessarily play Beneath the Stolen Lands constantly. I might jump between that and some other games. Maybe some roguelikes. If I am interested in playing any. Yeah, I really want to play MechWarrior Online, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. Get something completely different on the channel, because I haven't played any multiplayer games yet. So, we'll see. I haven't bought Griftlands. It's on my wish list, but is it in early access still, or did it come out of early access? Because I don't buy early access games. Big Ben and his little friend. Good night, some random person on the internet. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys stick around, because we're not done. The channel's not over yet. Just Don's journey is over. But mine's just beginning. But yeah, calling the stream here. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for the wonderful conversations. Jupes, thanks for the help. And telling me that I did it wrong. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Everybody, take care. And I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Once the game exits. There we go. Alright. Once again, everyone take care.